All right, so now let's talk about guides that are, say, a high-level wizard or sorceress, or somebody has a particular talent. They could be an epic archer, they could be somebody from a story, they could be all kinds of historical figures, all kinds of storybook characters that were kind of epic and would have something to teach you. Okay, we're talking Gandalf. If all of a sudden, you wake up one day and you've got Gandalf as a guide, I think it's time for you to sit down and learn some spell casting. If you wake up one day and you have, Robin Hood as your guide, that could mean anything from trying to figure out what cause you're fighting for to help the little people to, archery, like epic archery. Okay? These guides, when you get these are ones that are specifically here to pass on what it is they know that made them so amazing to you. Now, this could be an astral plane occurrence. This could be a real plane occurrence. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're learning the lesson they were put here on the planet to show the world. These kind of guides I love to do research on. So if you woke up one day and you have Joan of Arc for a guide, that would be your hint. Okay, maybe I need to learn what Joan of Arc was on about. Go do some research. Use your library. Use the internet. Find out all you can about her, as well as listen to what she has to say. Okay, some guides take a little more effort than other guides. That's okay. Some of us need to work a little harder or are better at working a little harder than others. Some of us learn better when we have to go out and research on our own, I have not had a guide like this, but I've had a couple friends who have, met Merlin, who have had to, learn things from Benjamin Franklin or George Washington, or I actually had a friend who had Legolas from Lord of the Rings. Yeah. A couple people that have actually had one of the Pevensey children from Chronicles of Narnia. That was cool. Like, I don't know. I thought that was cool. It depends on what you need. Again, sometimes there's just skills that particular people from books or from history, have to teach you. And so then they show up to teach you. These are kind of temporary guides. They don't stick around forever. They teach you, they make sure you've got it, and then they move on and you get a new guide. Or sometimes they go with a guide that you've already got. So, if you've already got an animal guide or, a mythic guide, and then they show up too, you've kind of got both, so that when they leave, you aren't left all alone. So, it's all good. So, yeah. Learn their lessons, research what you need to, find teachers in the real world that can teach you what you need to learn. And then they'll help fill in the gaps where they have the specialized knowledge to tell you. Alright, so let's cover angels. However, in covering angels, let me tell you that you cannot have light without dark. Okay, it's two halves of a whole. They go together. Okay, so just as there are angels, there are also demons and devils and creepy stuff that lives in the 9 rings of hell over there somewhere that we don't want to think about yet. We'll go over that another time. Go over the structure of the universe another day. But just as some people have guardian angels, they're full of light and glory and wonderful, wonderful things. Some people also have devils or demons as their particular guides, because that's what they came to learn. I don't have one of those. I've had 2 angels so far. I've met a couple people, actually, that have vampires as their guides. Like, really creepy, destructive vampires. I've met one person that had a hellhound, which is a demon of sorts. Yeah, interesting people. Definitely interesting people. There's no right or wrong in this, okay? You have the guide you need, okay? Some people need that for whatever reason. I don't know the reason yet, because I'm still learning too. But angel guides are really cool. I can talk about those, because I know about those. I'm sure demon and devil guides can be really cool too. I just don't have a clue yet as to what their purpose is in the world yet. So, you know, we'll go with what I know right now. When I was born, I had an angel. And he was sent to take care of me and watch out for me. Well, I used to play with him all the time. Not all imaginary friends are imaginary. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. Not all imaginary friends are imaginary, because, let me tell you this, because little children see and know with their hearts. Okay? When we grow up, we forget that part somewhere. I don't know. We get the fairy tales beat out of us or something. I don't know. Reality can be harsh. And so when our imaginary friends don't fit with that, or, you know, our guardian angel doesn't fit in at school with us, you know, we kind of lose it. It doesn't mean they go away. It just means we forget how to listen to them and how to pay attention. So when I was little, I used to play with my guardian angel all the time. We would do all kinds of games. He taught me all kinds of courtly manners and things. And like, everybody always wondered, wow, like, she knows how to do a perfect curtsy. Oh, wow, she knows how to address this person and that person in, like, this high official way. And I'm like 4 or 5, okay? And I'm learning all this stuff from my guide, but he's my imaginary friend, you know, like this little quote thing. You know, we all, a lot of us have imaginary friends. So, you know, my mom was just kind of like, oh, cool, you know, whatever makes her happy, cool, let's go with it. I had a really cool mom and dad. I really did. They've always been kind of good about stuff like that. And so, you know, then I got to about 9 or 10, and my world got harsh again. Things got really rough, and suddenly I forgot all about him. It's like he didn't even exist. And it's funny, when I was about 23, I turned 23 in about 2 months before, and I was going through some really tough stuff I didn't understand, stuff that was really, really bothering me. And I just looked at the ceiling and said, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I refuse to do this alone. I can't. We're not doing it. And suddenly there he was. Because I was finally ready to have him back again. To be able to see him and interact with him and you know, be able to learn what I was supposed to be learning with him. And great comfort, great guide, very knowledgeable, very patient. Oh, patience. Gotta love angels and their patience. They're great at being patient. So if you're kind of like slow learner, kind of thick, kind of stubborn, that's me, I'm stubborn. You might have an angel guide, because they'll be really patient and loving with you through the whole process, which is really, really nice. My second angel guide came along when my first one kind of ran out of stuff to teach me. I kind of grew to a point where he was like, you know, I don't have anything more to teach you, so I'm going to hand you over to this person so that you can learn some more and I don't, you know, hold you back at all. Just because I've been your friend since you were, you know, a baby, you know. And that took some getting used to, but it was cool. We were cool. And so then I had a new angel guide and he taught me a lot more things. It was awesome, actually. It was really cool. So, you know, angels are awesome, patient, kind, loving, full of light, full of warmth, full of protection. You know, just because everybody thinks everyone has an angel doesn't mean everyone has an angel. It's okay. You have what you need. I obviously needed an angel for a long time and then had other things, and so I mean everybody gets what they need. It's good. It's all good.